The babies need surprisingly little. When we think of feeding a baby, we think of huge volumes of milk. Very tiny baby, under 1.5 kilos, needs around 50 mils per 24 hours. And if you ask a mom, have you got 50 mils extra of milk for us? She'll say, of course I have, because that's a relatively small amount for a full-term healthy baby.
The reason I got involved in Milk Matters is because while I was expecting, this little pamphlet with this baby on it just stole my heart.
I chose to donate breast milk because I unexpectedly had a premature baby. They had to deliver to save my life. I went into the gynae on the Friday, everything fine, and on the Saturday night symptoms started and he was born Sunday morning at 25 weeks, 6 days. He weighed 630 grams.
Because my little boy had some health difficulties when he was a baby, I felt very aware of the fact that some people struggle with their baby's health and with getting them to develop and to thrive, and I felt it would be a really meaningful thing to do, to donate milk to help other babies.
To know that I was helping other little babies that were in a similar situation to my baby, it felt really good to think, you know, wow, with all this milk I've saved so many lives.
I felt that although I look after the babies as a doctor, that I was actually giving them almost the ultimate thing towards their growing. And you're seeing the baby, you think, is that my milk going in there? It's quite something.
I think it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. Not because you get anything concrete out of it, but you're performing such an incredibly important function, and you're helping little babies and mothers in such a fundamental way, and sharing, you know, really some essence of yourself.
It's just an amazing feeling. I don't think you can really describe it unless you really do it yourself. The first time I handed over milk to her, it was this whole overwhelming feeling, like butterflies, going to your first prom, going to your first dance, a first kiss. You know, those butterflies you feel in your stomach, or the day you give birth to this baby. It's that type of feeling. It just takes over your whole body, knowing that it could be this little milk that's actually going to save a baby's life, and I'm doing it.
It was so easy to do. I would express here at home. They provided the jars. Jenny would come and bring them to me. I'd stock up, and when I had a freezer full, I'd phone her and she'd come and she'd fetch it. I didn't really have to do much on my part.
As easy as we can for her. Wherever possible, we collect and drop off for her. If that's not possible, we have depots all over Cape Town. And we ask her if she could drop off and collect sterile jars from the depots, and then when the depot phones us and says our freezer's filling up, we will go and collect from the depot.
When a mum wants to donate, she needs to fill in our screening form, and she also needs to have an HIV and hepatitis B blood test done, which is done at no cost to the mother.
Once we have the milk, it is pasteurized. We then will also send some samples of the pasteurized milk to a laboratory for microbiological tests. And only once we get those tests is the milk ready to be used.
Anyone that's considering it, I would say yes, do it. If you have the milk, then just do it. You know, many moms think I don't have enough milk. I won't have enough milk for my own baby. But you do. You do. I think every mom has. Maybe there are a few that have very little milk, and you know what? It's okay. But if you do have, the more you express, the more milk you're going to get. And all Milk Matters are asking for is 50 mils, and that can feed a premature baby for a whole day.
We're very grateful for every drop. Every drop really makes a difference.
So many of our moms in their testimonials have said, we want to give back, and this is something we can do. And some of them have also said that it's teaching their babies to share.
It really would not be possible without the mums who have their own babies that they are feeding, and they care enough to make time to express for other babies.
It's something that everybody can participate in. Nobody's excluded. If you're a mom and you're breastfeeding, you're totally included. And for those who are not breastfeeding, you can do something else. You can tell others about it, and that plays a huge role, including the grannies.
it's only a very short time in your life that you can actually do this, and it's a wonderful thing to do, knowing that by expressing and donating that milk, you're actually giving other babies the opportunity to survive, and other moms go home with a baby in their arms, whereas if you hadn't done that, they might not.